Guess what?
What's that, bro?
We back on.
Mm-hmm.
We back on.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who caught us on Saturday coming live from the Voodoo Bash, thank you.
Yeah.
That was fun, man.
Yeah, and the burgers were not bad.
Right. Those burgers are pretty good for the ones that I could eat, but you enjoyed yourself.
Yep, I did.
But the tequila?
The tequila? Yeah.
The tequila 813. Hey.
Añejo and Blanco, right?
Añejo.
Those are the two types.
We had the Reposado and the Blanco. Yeah. That Añejo was off the chain. And we learned the proper way to drink tequila.
Yeah. I'm not a drinker myself, bro, but you're right. There is an etiquette to how you're supposed to consume tequila. Right. So, and with tequila being the it thing, I guess, as of recent, like that's kind of the new thing now, tequila. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess, when in Rome, and shouts out to 813 Tequila.
813 Tequila, yeah.
Okay.
Follow him on IG. Yeah. We're going to have him on the show.
Yeah.
That tequila was off the chain, though.
I mean, are they trying to pay us in tequila? Or?
I'll take it. It's just the way things are going right now.
No, that's not the answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I can see clearly now.
All right, there it is. There it is. Don't speak that on us, bro, because in our outdoor studios, anything is possible.
Studio. We'll be right back.
It's in between my toes.
Introduce you to the greatest combat sports show bar none. You are now in the Beatdown.
You want to get beat down?
Let us now introduce you to your host, the Badger, and
What y'all know about that? I don't know where that came from, dog. It just out of the blue. Look, we back.
Yeah, we bite.
And we're talking some boxing.
Yeah.
And we had some good boxing this Saturday night.
Well, listen, this past Saturday night, it was what we said it was.
Yeah.
It was a showcase. Uncle Bob sitting there with Mark Davis, chatting it up, like rich people of the persuasion.
Yes.
I ain't mad at him, though. I mean, what he needed to happen, happened.
Yes.
Xander Zayas.
I was going to talk about that one because I saw some holes in his game.
Man, it's a lot of holes in his game.
Yeah.
But what is he, 19?
Yeah, but they're going to push him too quickly and somebody's going to knock him in the next week.
I hope not. I don't think so. I mean, they got time. And I think they've learned from their mistake with Edgar Berlanga. So yeah, I think they'll take their time and get this one right.
They were talking about he's the next Latin superstar.
Yeah,
because he's from Puerto Rico by way of Kissimmee.
Yeah,
or from
shouts
Kissimmee
out to
by way
Kissimmee
of Puerto
Boxing
Rico.
Gym.
Yeah. But they're already talking about comparing him to the greats out of Puerto Rico. And I'm like, have you lost your mind? This kid is good. He's very good. But I don't know if he's on a level Shakur Stevenson was at that age.
Nah. And this is Top Rank doing what promoters do. They got to pub their guys and hype them up. So, that's what they're going to say. And the Puerto Rican people are going to latch on to him because they've been craving for a boxing star.
Right.
They've had not such a good run lately. Josue Vargas, Edgar Berlanga has, we don't know. The verdict is still out on him.
The recent Danny Garcia,
Well, and Danny's getting a little up there. He's got more days behind him than he does ahead of him. But then, you had
in the ring,
one guy, that crazy guy that killed a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was his
Felix
name?
Verdejo.
Yes.
So they've not had a very good run lately. Xander Zayas is a breath of fresh air. Now, he's at 154 right now. I don't know if he's going to stay there, though.
He's a big kid, man.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
He's not ripped.
No.
So if he shreds himself, he could stay at 54 for maybe about 2 or 3 more years.
Yeah.
Maybe to try to go for a title.
Mm-hmm.
But he's far enough away, he won't have to deal with Charlo.
Oh, yeah, he's in a whole different generation from those guys. Yeah, none of those guys are being around.
But they're trying to push him, I think, to get a title before Shakur got one. That's what I get from it.
I don't know. Shakur,
that's a generational talent.
Yeah, that's a whole different level. I will say this, though. I do like Xander.
Yeah.
I like his aggression. He uses his feints well. Like most young fighters, he's good offensively. He's average defensively.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
he's not as – and I'll give it to you, he's good offensively.
Yeah, he's
because if you listen to them coming into this fight, he was great offensively.
Nah. And this is not a critique. It is a critique, but it's also what they understand that this kid's only going to get better. He's a teenager at the end of the day. So
he's 19.
A lot of opportunities to improve, but I like him. I like his look. He's marketable. This could be a good thing for Top Rank.
What's the youngest you could turn pro in the United States?
I want to say 18, but it could be 17 depending on the state.
Here's
80,
the funny thing. He's in American territory, turned pro at 16.
Where's that?
Puerto Rico. Right. But again, it's an American territory.
Yeah. Yeah.
They actually vote. I found that out.
Yeah,
they don't always count, but they vote.
Indeed. But shouts out to another Florida boy, Xander Zayas, man. Congratulations on doing what you were supposed to do.
Man.
All right, so the main event, the reason why we were all there on Saturday night. Teofimo Lopez.
Yes.
Against Pedro
Incorporated.
Campa.
Huh?
Against Pedro Campa. So what'd you think, bro? I saw somebody say that, man, Tio looked good. And I was like,
he faced Pedro Campa.
Again, hashtag watch the pod.
My partner told you, look at his record.
And we also said that man, this is a showcase.
Yep.
Tio showcase.
Yep.
I don't think he looked all that great. What was wrong with him when he lost to Kambosos? Nothing. He just got whooped because he wasn't ready.
Well, it's funny how they talked about this illness he had.
But you couldn't tell pre-fight.
Right.
Before he fought Kambosos, it was, but then after he got whooped, it was the whole cavalcade. And look, mental health is real. I end every show saying that.
But no, they said there was a physical thing going on after round 6 where he prayed to God in the ring that he would just carry him.
You know what the problem is? You should have been up 6 rounds.
Yeah.
And had you not had that knockdown, then maybe even with your injury, maybe you still win that fight.
Yeah.
I'm like the.
But I remember that fight, and I remember the ref raising his hand right before the introduction, or right before the announcement.
Yeah. I'm like the young kids though. I'm calling cap on that. That's all cap. But yeah, Teofimo looked good. The bigger question is what's next. We don't care about this fight. It's over with. He did what he was supposed to do. What's next? We got some stone cold killers.
Come on.
At 140.
He don't want them.
Bro, we haven't talked about Subriel Matias, and I don't know if you saw him. He's a Puerto Rican bro. That kid can go.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
You got Josh Taylor, who's still technically there. Jack Catterall, who some people say beat Josh Taylor, right? Then you got Regis Prograis, as Earl Spence affectionately calls him, Regis Prograrius.
Wow.
Shouts out to ESJ, man.
Wow. The
He's from
Rougarou.
Texas, not from Florida, so y'all can't put that on us. But yeah, it's a lot of Gary Antoine Russell. It's a lot of guys at 140, so this could shape up to be really dope.
But here's what I see happening. This fight was to get people interested back and say just what they said online, that Teofimo looked good, man. He looked good. He should get his rematch. They don't want him to have to filter back through and fight an eliminator.
So pump him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if he fights an eliminator, what if he runs into one of those that we just named? It could really expose him.
Yeah. And listen, I didn't do my due diligence on where those fighters that I named are ranked as far as how they would line up, sanction and body-wise to where they would get a shot. But, yeah, all those names are still there. So we got a good week coming up.
Camboose is at 35, right?
Yeah, he still got the straps.
Why wouldn't you go back and get your straps?
Because that ain't what he
before
want to do. And making 35 is probably not as easy as it used to be.
Got you.
Hey, man, Alexander Usyk.
Yes, sir.
Versus Anthony
Yes,
Joshua
sir.
this
Yes, sir.
weekend, man.
Yes, sir.
The Joker against the model, bro. I like this fight, but I don't know if the results are going to be any different.
You said that right after the first fight.
Bro,
You have not changed or wavered on that.
And
that
listen,
was the same thing. But
I am completely neutral here. No dog in
Right.
the fight. I just don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
this is a big weekend coming up,
Yeah,
y'all.
we'll
a
see,
big
bro.
weekend.
We'll see.
When is it? Huh?
We had Omar Figueroa, Adrian Bronner, but word on the
Womp,
streets,
womp,
word on the
womp.
streets is that AB ain't right mentally, so that fight seems to be canceled. It ain't been
Womp,
officially
womp,
put out by
womp.
Showtime, but
I wonder if they're gonna keep the card going and try to fill it in.
I don't know, man. And listen, you are that's at the Hard Rock down in Fort Lauderdale, so
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
That's not a good look, AB. But I understand if what you're saying is true. I get it, but you affect a whole lot of other people's houses.
And look, let's put it out there.
A week
It ain't
before?
easy to put big fights in Florida.
No.
Because it's always a lot of other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like come out here and check us out
Yeah.
while we record, doing our thing.
Look at the new background.
Or be at the beach
Yeah.
or anywhere else.
Maybe we should go to the beach.
Maybe. That's a possibility. You going to
They
take
can
your shirt
check us
off?
out at the beach. What?
Never mind. But yeah, so yeah, and I haven't seen a lot of
almost said it.
quote
This
unquote
here.
promotion from PBC. So yeah, I don't know, bro. This is gonna be interesting.
It's going to be interesting, but it's not going to put a damper on this big weekend of boxing and combat sports. Wait till the next segment. We got some other stuff to get into. Listen, I really give – it's hard to really comment on AB just because of what he's done in the last couple of years.
Okay, there it is. There it is. Hey, shout out to all
go.
the cheek clappers out there, man. Get
We'll be right back.
fast.
You listening to your favorite fighter's favorite show. You're inside the Beat Down on the Fighter Share Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Beatdown, sponsored by the Fighter Share Report.
On the Fizzer Network.
I had my fill. Okay. So I had to share it, bro.
You had your fill of cheek clap?
Man, but the outdoor studios
is
where we
okay.
at
I
right
was
now.
like,
You know,
wow,
it's a lot of
what happened
green
this
out
week?
here. Float, float, float on.
Really? I'm sure. I'm sure the floaters are sitting at home cringing right now.
Yeah, they might be. Clapping
Floaters.
cheeks.
Probably.
So we in the octagon, bro? That's what
We're in
doing?
the octagon, baby. We got a big weekend coming up. Our guy.
Ooh.
Our guy. The first Oos.
There you go. Okay, there he is. See, he buying into it.
Whatever. Kamaru
Yeah.
Usman.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about that today? We should be talking about last week.
And we are.
Okay,
Matter
I'm
of
sorry.
fact, let's
Saturday
talk about
night,
last
I'm
week.
sorry.
Saturday night. So what did you watch?
Listen, Angela Overkill Hill.
How did she do, bro? I missed her fight.
She won.
Shots out to
Yeah.
Angela Overkill Hill.
Give us that interview. We've been propping you up for the last
bro.
2.5
You
years.
can't bully-
Give us
bro.
that interview.
You gotta stop. You can't
No,
bully people, bro.
I'm tired of this. Don't be ducking the greatest combat sports show bar none. Give us that interview, please.
Don't duck me, son. Shout out to Keith, man. That's all.
You've been ducking me. You've been ducking me. Your manager been protecting you. Give Clubber Lang a shot.
Verbatim.
Talking about. Don't make me bring Mr. T out. The word for the day is pain.
We're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Come
So
on,
Angela
Angela
got
Hill.
the win. Good for her. Because I
Yes.
know what was her record in the last 5 fights,
I'm
like
not
2 and
going
3.
there.
Yeah, it's been a tough. In every fight, I think. Yeah, every fight had been competitive.
Right, and
She's
a lot
been
of
on the
them,
wrong end of the decisions.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of them. Most people thought
Yeah.
she won.
Yeah, they were competitive fights. So shouts out to her.
Shout out to her. She keeps grinding, keeps putting in the work. She is one of those that she's living her dream to become a champion before she gets the belt, and I love that.
And I know why you really like her. She is, if I'm not mistaken, a DMV area. Okay.
Of course, of course.
Look, see me, I'm not a hater. I give everybody their roses.
And me too. Shout out to the Jaguars this morning.
Anyway, so what other fights did we get into? Because I saw a couple, bro, and I was like, yo.
Listen, you get into those because that main event,
Bro.
that's what I want to focus on. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So listen, before the main event, bro, what was Landwehr?
My mom called or texted me about that one.
Listen, I don't want to disrespect this dude from Tennessee.
Yes.
Bro, Nate the Train against David Onama.
Yes.
Now listen.
Nama, oh,
No, it wasn't all
Onama.
harmonious. My boy jumped out like he was the train. Onama, that is.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that boy came out slipping, moving, putting the jab out there. I was like, ooh. I'm talking about he landed whatever he wanted.
Right.
But
But-
guess what happened after that, bro? What do you always say? In MMA, a fight broke out.
Yes. Yes.
And when Nate started landing his punches,
Yeah. It was
They
a whole
hit
different ball
different.
game.
they hit different.
They hit, yeah.
Like some 808s. They was hitting different, bro. Shouts out to Lil Jon, by the way. They was hitting different,
I
bro.
went way back to mix a lot with the 808.
There you go.
Drum, make
Hey.
the honeys get dumb.
Man, that boy went to dumping them hater breakers on Onama. Yeah, and then he would stop and let him get up and play to the crowd the whole time. Now, shouts out to Onama because he fought his butt off.
Yeah. But he got his block knocked off.
Yeah, he got mauled up. He got mauled up a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
But I do want to see him back because he didn't break when I
Right.
thought he would.
Right.
And I don't know if that's more where Nate probably couldn't get the finish or where David was just that tough. But either way, bro, yeah, that was a hell of a fight, bro. That was a hell of a fight. We ain't gonna worry about that. That was a hell of a fight, bro. The UFC, man. And this ain't even talking about
No,
the
no,
main event.
no.
So before we get to the main event, were there any other fights that I missed? Because I only caught the feature, the co-main, the main. All those undercard fights I actually missed. So is there anybody you want to shout
Nope.
out? No?
I did the one shout out I was looking for,
Okay.
and I'm glad you brought up the Onama fight.
Okay.
But,
Bruh. So when you watched the pod last week, we brought up Dominic Cruz. What did we say?
listen, we talked about
if my memory serves me correct,
Yeah.
and I float a lot.
Yeah.
Put this out there. Matter of fact, I'm floating right now.
Right now. Yes.
Bro, I don't know if it was you or if it was me, but one of us said, "Hey man, Dominic Cruz, this is a tough fight to come back to." And I know
Very.
you've had 2 fights of recent note, but this dude is different.
Yes.
You
This
can't
dude-
tell this dude different.
If you watch the fight, if you had watched him previously, you could tell he was different. Somebody,
Bro.
listen, they said this should have been a feature fight because they were setting him up for the fall. Now listen, when you look at Dominic Cruz, he keeps his hands down. He fights like that cocky dude in the club who's been taking karate for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Like nobody can really lay a hand on me and da 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 da. And if I need to, I can wrestle you. But you were fighting a dude who had power in all 4 limbs.
Everywhere.
Right.
He
If headbutts
was
were legal, he'd probably
bro.
knock you out.
He was punching harder. He was kicking. All right.
Yeah.
What you really want to say about Dominic Cruz was we not going to make DC the villain here. 'Cause We
Right.
could go back to that. We ain't going to do that.
Right.
Bruh, he's a great technically
not.
sound guy. And I'm saying that because you're right. His hands were down, but it was the foot movement that
Yeah,
allowed him
yeah.
to the angles that allowed him to do that. Because Cheeto was coming straight ahead,
Yeah.
trying to cut the octagon off.
Yeah.
The problem with that is you can't do that for 5 rounds.
Right. Not
And-
against somebody at that level.
With that kind of intelligent pressure.
Yes.
He knocked him down 3 times.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, was it once in each round?
Yes. And once with a jab.
Bro. Yeah.
Listen, Dominic, even though they were still trying to say he was winning those rounds because he was landing more shots, but his shots were not as
They wasn't-
effective. They didn't back up his opponent at all. I mean, when he was running across the ring in the beginning, just winging shots.
Bro.
But again, Vera understood the
The
assignment.
assignment. He understood the assignment. And when he got that boy to sit out, because he was worried about that jab,
Mm-hmm.
and he sat out because that jab hurt, and he sat out, and then
And he walked him
Cruz
right into that
threw
punch.
that kick.
He sent him.
Almost
Bye-bye.
kicked his
Good night.
face in.
Yeah.
Mm.
Go back and look at that online. Look at the slow motion. And
Gots.
tell me what his face did.
To be more careful.
And when he got up talking about I'm all right, his body was like, lay down.
Yeah, just relax.
He
We're
did.
done here.
He did
You
relax.
don't have to get up and do nothing. Let's just relax because we're
Don't
done
get
here.
up
Yeah,
until
we're done.
you're ready.
Yeah, we're done here. We're done. So anyway,
That
so
was
that
great.
was shouts out to the UFC and shouts out to all the warriors that put it on the line
Yeah.
over the weekend.
Now, where does Cruz go from here?
Into retirement. But
Okay.
what I will say is we like to be funny on this show. We try to give you the facts, but at the end of the day, man, respect to all these gladiators
Yes.
that enter the ring, the octagon, the cage, or what have you.
Yes.
We just want to make sure we put that out there. Real quick, what we were talking about earlier, black on black crime in Utah, of all places, this weekend. I'm excited about this card, bro. Usman, Leon Edwards.
I'm not excited about that. I'm just excited to see Usman. I'm really excited to see Usman.
What is your problem?
Nothing. I just don't think anybody in that division has reached his level or will.
On any given night, bro.
Right. I got you. That was a good movie on any given Sunday. All right. We'll be right back.
You're listening to your favorite fighter's favorite show. You're inside the Beat Down on the Fighter Share Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Beatdown, sponsored by the Fighter Share Report
On the Fizzer Network.
Hey, welcome back to the. Nope, I'm not gonna say it this time. Welcome back to the Beatdown in the Urban Experience.
Yep.
Yay, yay.
You gotta chill.
Whatever. Ice Cube, shout out.
Speaking of cute, the Big Three, he was this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go, but like they had a pretty good crowd in there.
Of course.
All right.
Of course. And that's one thing they're gonna find about Tampa sports now. Tampa has been hungry for sports for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, even when the Bucks sucked and didn't make enough attendance to sell tickets at home, they still sold tickets.
Yeah.
And they were the only game in town. But then you bring the Lightning, and people are like, hockey is not going to work in Tampa. So I remember the exhibition game. I forgot who played. The Kings, when they had Gretzky, and somebody else played at the old Tropicana Field. Back when it was the Suncoast Dome.
Yeah, before the Thunderdome.
Yeah, before the Thunderdome. Right. And they played a game there, and I think it was a sellout. And then they built the what we used to call the Ice House. Then it was the St. Pete Times Forum, Tampa Bay Forum, and Amalie Arena now.
Right.
So when the Lightning moved over there. But that indoor arena league football used to sell out. I mean, Tampa's been hungry for sports. And then they got that baseball team.
Yep.
Bad location, good idea.
Okay.
And we're going to find out because the location is going to move. So, but Tampa's been hungry for that. So when events come here, they do well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. All right, so we're going to get into wrestling before we get drowned by the elements.
It's not outdoor experience, baby.
That's what she said. So I don't have much wrestling to get into, except we still got the big Clash at the Castle coming up, and the only thing I really want to talk about was what WWE's really pinning their hopes on, and that's that Drew McIntyre fight versus Roman Reigns. And it's funny how Drew's big selling point now is I show up to work, Roman doesn't. Roman's doing promotional tours, he's at home resting. I show up to work, Roman doesn't. I was always a better champion than he has ever been because I'm here every week.
Didn't Val Demings accuse somebody of not showing up to work?
Yeah.
Okay, when you said that, that's what I thought about.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well.
Yeah, so.
Anyway.
Then he went and found his own police officers to speak against her, but Val don't care.
Continue on.
Val went and had a Newport or a Virginia Slim and
gotta
a drink.
relax. We don't know Auntie Val like that.
I like Auntie Val. I like Auntie Val. I think Auntie Val, they need to have a debate where slaps are legal.
No, they don't.
Her hands are bigger than his. She will peel his face off.
Yeah, I believe it.
I mean,
we're not going to.
Him and Trump had that debate the time about the size of their hands. That was hilarious.
Okay, so
hilarious.
anything else wrestling related? Because, wow.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was. So Rubio got him. Rubio said, with them hands, if you didn't have money, you wouldn't have no children.
Bro.
That's what Rubio told him. And still lost. My bad. So, yes, I'm looking forward to Clash at the Castle coming up, I think Labor Day weekend or the weekend after that. I think it might be. I'll have the date next time I talk about it, but it's coming up soon on pay-per-view over in Scotland. It's going to be a big event. I just think that main event's going to has the potential of being really great.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about it, but you brought this up, #WatchThePod. You keep talking about Drew, and I'm like, I don't really know who this guy is, but if he's someone that they're trying to match up with Roman Reigns, he's got to be somebody. I just keep going back to the fact that I didn't start paying attention to this until recently, but now everywhere I look, I feel like I see Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so, yeah.
He's very marketable. He's been approached by several producers in Hollywood to come out and start making films just because he's personable. And he's got that personality that can either be a great heel or a great hero.
Yeah.
He would be the one that would challenge Jason Momoa for roles.
Okay.
Just because of his body type, his look, and his work, his tattoos, and his athleticism, bro.
Yeah.
And he's always been big.
Aquaman is dope.
He
So,
is.
Yeah,
he is. But the believability, because you've seen... You got to be kidding me. You've seen Roman Reigns work. You've seen his athleticism on a weekly basis. it translates.
Yeah, that's true.
So, hey, BKFC coming up.
Wow, bare knuckle across the pond.
Yes.
First of all, shouts out to bare knuckle.
Shouts out to him.
Shouts out to DJ Tony
DJ Tony.
and the other
Toney.
collective that is probably gonna have us out. You know what? We ain't gonna tell. We'll wait to tell y'all about that. But anyway, yes, BKFC over there where they really like to do this kind of stuff. It's going down. Michael Venom Page, Mike Perry. That's the cherry. That's the coup de grace. That's what we all there for, right? I'm excited about this fight because, again, like we mentioned before, this is good for combat sports.
Period.
We have, I don't know if recent memory or if ever, that we've seen two fighters in their primes, right? Or just still young enough collectively for whatever they're doing from opposing disciplines to fight.
But I get what you're saying, but I think this is very carefully chosen because of how long Mike Perry has been in MMA.
Yes.
He's not one of those guys that came from boxing to bare knuckle. So
Right.
I think this is very safe for MVP.
But it's safe for MVP because MVP is, quote unquote, the more polished, the more technically sound fighter. But like Bane said in the Batman movie,
Come on.
you just came to the darkness. I was born in it. This is Mike Perry's home. This kind of very primal fisticuff hand combat, not boxing. I can clinch, I can grab, I can do. Bro, he's comfortable here.
Yeah.
That's what makes this fight so intriguing. Period.
For those of you who have not really watched Bare Knuckle FC, watch it.
Yes.
Just go to YouTube or go to their app. It's worth the price. Go to their app, watch some of these older fights, and realize that traditional boxers don't transfer well into bare knuckle.
It's tough. It's not as easy as they think it is.
No, it's not. No. It's dirty. It's gritty. It's like you get in a fight with a barroom guy who's the barroom champ every time.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I really am. I didn't think I was going to, but I started looking at some older fights, and I'm like, this is gonna be good.
And then too, bro, for what it's worth, we know MVP is a great mixed martial artist, but we've seen him be fallible. He's not unbeatable.
No.
And if he doesn't stop Mike Perry, and I don't think he can do it with just one shot.
No.
If this fight doesn't get stopped because Mike Perry can't continue because of an injury, which is going to be highly unlikely because bruh fought with his nose pushed all the way into his face.
Yes.
So, and Mike Perry is going to give it his all, whether that means bleeding, fighting, severely handicapped, whatever. He's going to do it. So if MVP can't figure out a way to stop Mike Perry, I have some concerns because Perry's not going to stop coming forward.
The only thing that's going to stop Mike Perry is his mental state, depending on which Mike Perry shows up. And I mean, that's really what I've seen over the years.
Yeah.
Now, if he shows up focused and ready to go, it's going to be ugly for MVP.
Yeah.
Ugly.
And, you know, based the last time we saw Mike Perry against Julian Lane, I think that was BKFC Knucklemania 2, I think.
Yeah.
You know, he looked all right.
Knucklemania.
Yeah, he looked all right. But this fight for him could do something different to his career. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely tapped in, bro. I'm definitely tapped in.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. We need to find something to do that weekend to support this.
Oh, do we?
So, yes, it'd be good if we could find something to do to support this.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We're going to put our heads together and think of something maybe we could do to support this. So, listen, we'll be right back.
You're listening to your favorite fighter's favorite show. You're inside the Deep Dive on the Fighter Share Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Beatdown, sponsored by the Fighter Share Report.
On the Fizzer Network.
Hey, welcome back to the Beatdown, your favorite fighter's favorite show. Man, when we get our contract, that's gonna be our tagline. I'm telling you.
Let's put some respect on our name.
Y'all don't understand. It's coming right around the corner.
They think we playing.
No.
Yeah, anyway.
They thought we were playing until we came back live. We told y'all.
They did. They did. And it's only going to get greater later.
Yes.
As they say.
Exactly. Wow.
So we got.
Off the cuff.
Yeah, listen. So.
Are we going to start off heavy or are we going to start off light?
We can mix it up.
Okay.
Let's mix it up. So, shouts out to Drink Champs.
Why?
Bro, because Nori is the journalistic marvel we didn't know we needed, but the one we deserve, bro. I watch Drink Champs. Nori is hilarious. He talks over the guests. He interrupts them. He does all this stuff, but for some reason, bro, he is able to get the best out of people. So much so, guess who he had on this show a couple of days ago?
Who?
Yasin Bey, formerly known as Mos Def.
Yes.
Talib Kweli,
Yes.
who I met in person.
Okay.
And Dave Chappelle.
I heard about that.
So all that to say this, bro, the culture is messing with the culture.
Yes.
For all the informal things that Nori and the Drink Champ cast probably don't do well, that's not what they're trying to do.
Correct.
The culture is recognize it.
Correct.
You get Dave Chappelle on your show, bro, that's saying something.
Yeah.
So shout out to Drink Champs. I just wanted to put that out there. That's dope.
That is.
Kevin Hart was on the pivot,
Yeah.
and he said that The Rock is going to come on. These brothers are getting interviews that traditional media outlets have a hard time getting.
Yeah.
Because the culture is messing with the culture, bro. I love it. I think it's dope.
I agree with you on that. It is dope. And what it's doing is leveling the playing field. But you still have the people who are making money behind the scenes making money.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the natural order of things, I guess.
So, and it's,
Go ahead.
I think I hear the heavy rain coming from. Sorry.
Yeah, so we gonna work this thing until we gotta stop. If not, we gonna finish it out. Bro,
Yeah.
so there's a 22-year-old, or he was a 22-year-old student at Texas State, TSU. The brother's name is Jimmy Amicial. I hope I'm not messing your name up. Bro, found a baby in the trash in Haiti.
Yeah.
And as a college student, bro, is now in the process of adopting the baby. He went home because he's a Haitian. He went home to visit while on break from school, found the baby, and now he's trying to adopt said baby, bro. This is cool. Young people doing stuff like this, bro. Feel good story, bro. Feel good story.
I'm wondering if we can move under something, or is it gonna pass us by? I'm just worried about the equipment.
Yeah.
This ain't waterproof.
Yeah.
This is crazy. It was supposed to rain this afternoon. I like
Florida,
that story.
baby.
I like that story.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I'd like to see where it goes and what he's able to do. And where's he trying? Is he trying to bring the baby back here?
Yeah, back to the States. So he's already raised $60,000 on GoFundMe to help with the expensive immigration process and all that goes through. And it's a baby, bro.
Right.
Yeah. So he's excited. That's just a weird story, bro. But the fact that this young man at such a young age is willing to take this on, and look, it ain't even his baby. It's somebody else's
Well, it
baby.
is now.
I mean, yeah.
It takes a village to raise a family
There you
or
go,
raise a child.
Yeah.
And this is what I call proper responsibility.
Yeah. Well,
You can't look and say, well, it's not my problem.
Yeah.
You see if this child has no one, someone tried to kill it, throw it away.
Wow. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So you realize that this child needs a lifeline. And maybe somebody gave him a lifeline.
At
growing
some
up.
yeah.
So
well, he's paying
it forward. So I salute you. I salute you. And I pray that everything works well for you.
So, bro, you got to pick one. I'm going to love your expertise here. All-time great. This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan versus Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison. Best hit, bro.
Numbers wise, it's easy. This is how we do it.
Okay.
But what I didn't like was I wasn't in the sampling back then. I was in the creativity.
Okay.
And I do like Return of the Mac. It was a new beat. And it hit. It was nice. It was one of them things you can just slide in the club too.
My dog say slide.
You could.
Facts. I believe you was a club slider, bro. I believe you in your day, bro. You probably wasn't. Look at it. Oh, boy. Listen.
Your boy wasn't nothing to play with.
Listen. This is a good fight. I like this fight, but I'm going to go at Return of the Mac. You know why?
Because it was
Because no matter where you hear it, it still feels authentic.
It does. What ruined that song was the video.
Well, good thing most people don't even remember the video.
Right.
Bro.
But I'm serious. That song was up there on the top of the chart. They put that video out, and all of a sudden DJs just started making fun of Mark Morrison. Because nothing fit.
Yeah.
The video did not fit. It was just like a bunch of kitschy stuff thrown together.
Yeah.
He walking around in a leather jacket, leather pants with gloves on with the fingers cut out and dark sunglasses. And everybody else just looking at him in the video like he's crazy.
I don't know, man. There was a lot of weird stuff happening in the early 90s. But
that was
top. I will say this, though, bro. This Is How We Do It, as classic as it is, it almost feels like the perfect song for, the masses, per se.
Cheek clapping?
No, it just
No,
feels
Return
like
of the Mac is the perfect song.
It feels like a lot of it conforms well with mayonnaise. I think This Is How We Do is one of those songs that other people get really hyped about it. All right, This Is How We Do It. White people love that song. Okay. That was my point.
All right.
Return of the Mac, they love that too, but that seemed to just hit a little different for us culturally, I think. I could be wrong, but
no, you're right.
The way aunties and even grandmamas dance when Return of the Mac come on, it ain't the same as when This Is How We Do It.
No. Return of the Mac, I'm telling you, Return of the Mac's got that beat that gets in your bones.
Yeah. It's something about it, bro. It's something about
it. The Mac, it is. I'm telling you.
So, on another note, bro.
The world.
So,
here we go.
Bro, there was a youth football game in Texas. I want to say the Dallas area this past weekend. If I'm wrong in the comments, y'all let me know. Where a man was murdered at a youth game. He was a coach, murdered during or a Saturday game.
Yeah.
And rumor was that a former NFL player and his brother had something to do with it. I think they called his brother in for questioning. But my point is this, bro. What is wrong, bro? And you've been in Florida long enough. I'm from Florida. They've been betting and doing these kind of things at youth games since the 90s. But, bro, to the point where you're killing people at child games. And this is not the first time this has happened, by the way.
Nope.
This has happened before. But come on, man. Like, what is really going on?
It's because we let the inmates run the asylum. Because you want the money from the streets. You want the attitude from the streets. But you don't want the game from the streets. Because when the streets come to your game, now you got to deal on their playing field.
Yeah.
Listen, it's starting to rain. We're going to have to end this a little bit early. But at least we know we're ending it.
Yeah.
It's not just stopping.
Yeah.
So we love y'all. Check us out Thursday. We'll be right back on Thursday.
Yep.
We
Mental
love y'all.
health is real. Y'all check in. Fighter Nation. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe everywhere you get your podcast, man. Shout out to the Hillsborough and Anti-Bullying Awards. We'll see y'all. We out of here. Peace.